Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Jennifer. So good to see you.
Yeah, I figured I was like, I can't stay for the whole thing, but I wanted to pop in and at
Yeah,
least register so I could do the replay. So
totally. Yeah, you'll enjoy that on your own time, but it's great to see your face. You can see my jungle background here.
yeah. How's the weather down there?
It's incredible. It's rainy season right now. So
Okay.
yeah, but it's incredible. So let's connect soon. You have my email, okay?
Yes. Yep. I will shoot you an email. So have a good class.
Good to see you. Enjoy the replay. Sending you
Thank
lots
you.
of love. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Bye. Hello, Sarah. So welcome everybody who's joining in live or watching the replay. Oh, hey, Sarah.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
So good. I was like,
Here's my jungle.
there's your jungle. I was like, I wonder which Sarah this is.
No, I used to live in Connecticut. I moved to Florida, so I was lucky and had the day off, and I was like, oh, I'll check in and see what she's up to. So living vicariously through you.
Great. I love it. I'm curious. Have you done Kundalini before?
I'm sorry?
Have you done Kundalini yoga before?
I have not. I actually came to your studio in Hartford a couple of times right before everything changed. So
I remember. Of course I remember.
Yeah.
Of course I remember. Yeah. And yeah, we were in contact quite a bit, like when Holly and I first moved to San Diego and we started our road trip and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so awesome. So, I'll explain to you a little bit about what Kundalini is, and then we'll get started because we've got people watching the replay and all that good. But I'm psyched that you're
Oh, that's
here.
right. I'm on this recording.
I'm psyched that they'll edit it out. But I'm psyched that you're here in person. So thanks for being here, Sarah. And I'm curious
Thank
how
you.
we'll all feel for you after. So so go ahead and get a comfortable seat, cross-legged, and start to close down in the eyes. You can have your recording on, you can have it off, whatever makes you feel more comfortable and safe. And and if you have any questions after, we can certainly chat about that. And so I'll just briefly explain to you about Kundalini before we begin. Kundalini, so for everyone watching the replay, we'll all take a comfortable seat and we'll start to close the eyes. And I want you to rub the thighs, the knees, and just start to arrive into your practice. So allowing the eyes to close allows this to become more of an inner experience. It becomes a you thing, right? You, self-intimacy. How does your body breathe? How do the poses and the mantras shift things subtly for you? And so closing down in the eyes, start to relax the forehead and maybe even wiggle the forehead a little, moving the eyebrows up and down. And take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Nice long exhale. Take another deep breath in through the nose, belly rises, slow, take your time. And an open mouth, let out a little sigh, let the breath leave the body. And I want you to do that 3 more times, eyes closed, inhaling through the nose, belly rises, filling the whole belly. And as you're ready, exhaling. Continue. And then start to close down in the mouth and maybe even clear the throat a couple times, releasing any stuck, stagnant energy in the back of the throat. Smacking out the lips, opening the mouth wide. Maybe let the tongue escape from the mouth on an exhale. Do that a couple more times. So Kundalini yoga is a great practice to just put the ego aside, right? We do some things that might not make sense. We do some things that make us feel a little funny and awkward. And it kind of just shakes up the seriousness of our yoga practice, gently placing the ego to the side. So take a few more breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, sticking out the tongue, opening the mouth wide, or maybe even bubbling out the lips. Just releasing any tight casing or shell of the face. The face is the gateway to your breath. So often we hold deep patterns in our jaw and our face tension, and this prevents deep breaths from entering the body. So when you feel complete with that, I want you to turn the palms face up on the knees. And I want you to take long, deep breaths in and out through your nose. As you inhale, the belly fills, the belly presses out, puffs out. And as you exhale, the belly falls. You can bring your hands into what we call Gyan Mudra, thumb and index finger touch. This is the meditative seat. We'll do this a lot throughout our practice today. Keep the eyes closed, stay with your breath, and I'm just going to share a few words before we start our practice. So Kundalini refers to the coiled the coiled energy, the coiled light that resides at the base of your spine. We all have it. It's an electromagnetic force, like Wi-Fi, like light, right? We can't touch it, but we can certainly feel when it's dull or disconnected. Just like you can feel when you have a poor signal of Wi-Fi, it affects the whole computer, right? And so through this practice today, it's very different Kundalini yoga from traditional vinyasa classes that have a nice smooth sequence and it's very flowy. Kundalini focuses on repetition, mantra, breath. So I'll guide you through a posture, and then you close the eyes and you'll do that for a couple minutes and you'll get lost in the hypnotic movement of the pose. And it's really helpful for pattern disruption. And it creates a little bit of friction in the body, in the subtle body and the physical body. And through that friction, the Kundalini starts to rise. That light force starts to rise up the body through the spine, the central channel. And then it falls back down through the nadis of the body. And even if you're not familiar with what that means, just notice your experience today. Always notice your experience without necessarily needing to know how or why it works. Tune into your subtle body. So today's practice, today's Kriya is all about increasing your magnetism, your radiance. And when we think about, well, what does it mean to be, to look, to feel magnetic? We think of taking up space with our energy field, brightness, lightness, vitality, right? And how do we do that? By cultivating, harnessing our pranic reserve. Our pranic reserve lives in the spine and it's centered here in the low belly. So through breath of fire, our practice today through repetition, we start to stoke the pranic reserve. We start to fill the bank of life force energy in our body. We start to harness it, right? Because so often we walk around this world with leaky energy, leaky boundaries, scattered, overwhelmed, numb, overworked. And this decreases our magnetism. So when we start to reel it in and harness it, we become magnetic. And the best way to do something, the most effective way to do something is to simply do it, okay? So setting the intention of our practice today to start harnessing your pranic reserve, okay? So keep the eyes closed and just for a few more moments, I want you to tune into your energy body today. You may be feeling, well, I don't know what that means. But just close the eyes and notice the perimeter of your body, the space where your skin meets the air around it. And notice, does it feel dull? Can you connect to those spaces right now? Can you feel those spaces? Does it feel alive? Can you feel the breeze? Or can you feel the clothes where they touch your skin without judgment? Notice if you feel anxious, dull, joyful. Just notice without judgment how you feel so subtly in your body, emotionally and energetically, okay? Take a deep breath in through the nose, gently hold the breath at the top. And then exhale, release the breath. So throughout our practice today, we're going to do moments of work, moments of repetition, and then moments of meditation where we sit like this and we come back and we return to the experience. We're going to utilize the breath a lot in our practice today. That is the mascot of Kundalini Yoga, is your breath. And at the end of our movements, I'm going to guide you to hold and squeeze the pelvic floor, meaning a gentle embrace of the pelvic floor muscles. Energetically imagine you're squeezing the hip points together. It's so subtle, but it seals this energy lock in the base of the body so that the energy now rises. Because if we don't do that, the energy will fall down and out of the body into the earth. And it's for us to cultivate, remember, radiance and magnetism. Okay, so we're gonna start with our Kundalini tune in. You're gonna bring your hands to heart center and rub the palms together. Relax the shoulders. So the Kundalini tune in is Ong Namo Gurudev Namo. And the more classes you come to with me or other teachers, the more you'll understand the tune in. Ong Namo Gurudev Namo simply means I bow to the teacher within. You're honoring yourself and your innate wisdom, whether it's your first or 300th Kundalini class. Okay, the vibration of this mantra turns on the subtle body. We're going to repeat it 3 times. Find stillness in the hands, fused at heart center, elbows lift. Take a deep breath in through the nose, audible sigh out the mouth. And then we'll inhale to tune in 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take a deep breath in through the nose, hold the breath, hold the vibration, squeeze the root, pelvic floor. Stay here. Shift the gaze to the third eye space, the space in between your eyebrows. Hold. And then open mouth, exhale, release the breath. Again, return to your meditative seat, hands in Gyan Mudra, eyes closed. Breathing slowly and deeply. Okay, you can hear me. Right off the right nostril, breathing through the left. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 6, exhale for a count of 8. Don't overthink it, just follow my guidance, close the eyes. Exhale all the breath out of that left nostril. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Continue on your own. Inhaling 4, hold 6, exhale 8 through the left nostril, plugging off the right. Breathing deep into the belly and the lower back. Again, the gaze is up and in third eye space. Tip of the tongue gently placed behind the top row of teeth. When we breathe through the left nostril, we turn on Ida Nadi. This is the soft, receptive side of the body, the calming, grounding side of the body. When we combine that with 4, 6, 8 breath, boom, we turn on the relaxation response. I want you to do 2 more full rounds. When you're done with those full rounds, release the right hand, Gyan Mudra. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Fill the lower belly. Relax the shoulders. Hold the breath, and through the mouth, sip in 3 more times. Hold the breath. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the navel. Squeeze the back teeth. Gaze up and in. Hold. Strong, forceful exhale. Let it all go. Close down in the mouth and come back to slow, long, deep breaths and just notice. Notice how you feel. Moving through a few more pranayama exercises before we start the kriya. I want you to take your fingertips like this and start to tap on your sternum like this. So it's not super aggressive tapping, but you can certainly feel it. And after a while, you may notice some redness start to build up in the chest. Your elbows are going to be tucked into your ribs like mine are here. So what are we doing? We're turning on, meaning activating the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the master nerve of your relaxation response. So I want you to send tenderness, loving awareness into the vagus nerve. We're also activating the vagus nerve simply by hugging the elbows into the sides of the ribs. Close the eyes. Keep on tapping. And I want you to breathe in through your mouth and then out through your nose. Inhale, mouth. Exhale, nose. Remember to hug your inner arms to your outer ribs and keep on tapping. Find softness in the face. Relax the elbows. Relax the thighs. Relax the space in between your eyebrows. Take a few more breaths here. One more. Beautiful. And then place your hands over each other like this on your heart. Squeeze the chest. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Hold the breath. Press the palms into the heart. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Relax your shoulders. Squeeze the navel. Squeeze the back teeth. Hold here. Keep the hands where they are. Forceful cannon breath out the mouth. Exhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Press the palms. Hold the breath. Squeeze the tissues. Squeeze all that stagnant energy out of every cell. Hold. Forceful exhale. Release. One more. Hold and squeeze and press and squeeze that stagnancy out of the body. And then exhale, let it go. Return to Gyan Mudra, palms face up, relax the body. Breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Just notice. For this next pranayama, you're going to open the arms like mine are here. The palms are open. The fingertips are spread apart, but not super rigid, right? We're going to inhale and exhale through the nose quite forcefully. So this is your inhale position. On your exhale position, you're going to make a fist with your hands and whack the inner ribs like I'm doing here. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So continue. I'll guide as you breathe. Close the eyes. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. As you inhale, you're opening fully, filling up. And then as you exhale, close those fists and whack the ribs. Keep a gentle engagement of the pelvic floor. Gaze up and into the third eye space. I want you to start slow so the body can really understand the movement combined with the breath. The eyes are closed. And just notice how this feels. So what we're doing here is anytime we move the extremities, especially the arms, we're circulating the lymph. And now as we thwack the ribs, we're circulating the lymph even more. So what you're doing here is improving your immunity and just helping all those stale white blood cells, old energy, just circulate through the body to be released. Done and dusted. Keep on flowing here. Option to go a little faster. Another 30 seconds here. So recommit if you've taken a break. Last little push. Inhale, both arms up, big breath, fill the belly, hold the breath. Relax the shoulders, sip in 3 more times. Hold the breath, squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the root, squeeze the navel. Squeeze the throat and the back, teeth, gaze up and in, hold. Exhale, slowly release the arms like this, clearing the auric field with all that fresh prana. Find Gyan Mudra. Let the shoulders melt down the back. Relax the jaw. Inhale and exhale through the nose and notice. Beautiful. All right, my friends, let's turn the palms face down on the knees like this. And notice that the whole palm is really on my knee. Everything we do in this practice is with intention and awareness, okay? So palms face down on the knees, relax the shoulders, and we're gonna do Sufi grinds. So you're gonna move in a clockwise direction. As you inhale, the chest drops. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, take the other half of the circle, clock face. Inhale. Exhale. Close down the eyes, you know the flow, continue. Long, deep breathing in and out through the nose. Holding firmly onto the knees to really get into those corners of the body, the low back, sacrum. There's a slight engagement always of the pelvic floor, just a slight one, engagement, not grip. Awareness of the lower belly, awareness of the hips on the earth, awareness of the crown of the head reaching up to the sky, and you are everything in between. Working, moving, circulating your magnetic force. Then I want you to just reverse directions. So now we're going counterclockwise. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, same breath. The tip of your tongue can always just gently find the roof of the mouth behind the top teeth. Why? This helps to keep the energy circuit in the head contained. So again, with any of our practices, unless I instruct you otherwise with the tongue, you can always find the tip of the tongue just gently on the roof of the mouth. Okay, let's inhale, come back to a straight spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose, hold the breath at the top. Hold the breath, hold here, embrace, squeeze the pelvic floor, navel, back molars, gaze up to the third eye space, relax the thighs, hold the breath. And exhale, release the breath. You just notice how you feel. So we're going to come into tabletop position here. So meet me in all fours at the center of your mat. And so we're going to come into all fours. The hands are underneath the shoulders. And then start by just tucking the toes under like I'm doing here. And then I want you to keep a lifted chest and then shift the hips back like this. So it's not child's pose because the toes are tucked under, the chest is lifted. I want you to look a little bit forward and with intention, press those hands into the mat so that you can shift the hips a little bit further back into the heels. Every toe is getting a stretch. Collarbones open. So think down dog arms, right? Pressing the hands firmly into the mat. Lower belly is gathered in, slight engagement of the pelvic floor. I want you to inhale through the nose here. Exhale through the mouth. Then you're just going to lean the weight over to the right. So now the whole sole of my right foot is getting a stretch. Press even more firmly your left hand into the mat to find that energetic diagonal here. Inhale through the nose, audible sigh, and then shift the weight over to the left heel, really anchoring down that right hand, tuning into the energy diagonal in the body. Close the eyes, inhale through the nose, exhale, and then come back to center here. Release, untuck the toes, and tap the tops of the feet onto the ground. Lift out of the shoulders. Inhale through the nose. I want you to lion's breath, stick out the tongue on the exhale. And again. One more time. Stick that tongue far out. And then find stillness in the feet. So the knees are hip width apart. I want you to bring your heels together though, like I'm doing here. So Kundalini tabletop is a little bit different than a vinyasa. We're gonna do some cat-cow. So through the nose, inhale, drop the belly, scoop the chest open, look up. Exhale through the nose, scoop the pelvis forward, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. So keep on flowing, close the eyes. And really valuable here to, again, just maintain a gentle engagement of the pelvic floor to contain the energy and to prevent you from super overarching your sacrum. The eyes are closed, the gaze is up and into the third eye space. And if you notice, my friends, that your mind wanders, which it will, you can give it a tool. And that tool is a mantra. That mantra is Sat Nam. So in your mind's eye, as you inhale, Sat. As you exhale, Nam. Inhale, you can say Sat. And exhale in your mind, Nam. Beautiful tool to keep the mind here. Okay, we're gonna keep on going with cat-cow for a few more minutes, but we're gonna go a little bit faster. So in Kundalini, we go a little bit faster and a little bit more rhythmic. In, out, in, out. So keep on flowing. I'm gonna put a little song on here to help accompany you. Close the eyes. Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Continue. Beautiful. 30 more seconds, 30 more seconds. So recommit as always as we round the end of this part of the Kriya. In, out, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Keep on flowing. And then inhale, find your cow pose, drop the belly, open the collarbones, hold the breath. Hold the breath, squeeze everything, squeeze the spine, squeeze everything. Hold the breath, relax the face, squeeze the pelvic floor. And then exhale, shift back to Guru Pranam, meaning child's pose, knees wide, heels touch, drop the chest, third eye to the earth, palms touch. So stay here in your child's pose. Maybe in the beginning, you want to just shift the hips a little bit from side to really open up some spaces in the lower back. And then find stillness. Let the belly relax. Maybe you want to just move the head from side to side, ironing out any tension in between the eyebrows. Relax the shoulders. Long, deep breathing in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, I want you to take a deep breath and open the ribs, expand the ribs as you inhale. At the peak of your inhale, I want you to hold the breath and squeeze the pelvic floor and send that prana all the way down to the tailbone. And once it's there, squeeze it up the tailbone, up the spine, middle back, upper back, through the neck, all the way to the third eye space. Once it's there, find this golden light as you exhale, washing the body in golden light. Staying in your child's pose, we'll do that again. Inhale, fully expand the ribs, expand the space in between the ribs. Breathe, deeper belly fills, hold the breath. Squeeze the tailbone, squeeze the hips, squeeze the groin, send your prana low into the body, and then start to energetically, with your imagination, squeeze up the spine, the sacrum, low back, mid back, space in between your shoulder blades, neck, all the way through the skull, crown of the head, and then exhale this golden light, slowly washing over the whole body, healing energy. We'll do that one more time. Inhale through the nose, fill, deep breath. And then hold, and then sip in 3 more times. Hold the breath, squeeze the root, and then send that prana up the spine, up, squeeze, 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 up to the crown of the head, hold. Open mouth, exhale, let out a long cathartic sigh, let that golden healing light wash over your body. And then as you inhale, you're gonna come back to tabletop, and you're gonna slide the legs around here and meet me here in a kneeling position. Now, some of you may not have access to kneeling. If that's you, just take a seat like this, yeah. But kneeling in Kundalini is called rock pose. The knees are together, the heels are also close to each other. So notice if the heels sickle out like that, we want to zip them up, sit down. So what does this do? It puts a nice pressure on the sciatic nerve, opening up that channel, decreasing pain. The palms are going to be face down on the knees, thighs like this. So I'm relaxed in the shoulders, I'm gathered in the spine. My chin is parallel to the ground, so we keep it there. As you inhale through the nose, you're gonna come forward. So you're protruding the chest forward and moving the pelvis. So this inhale sort of initiates in the pelvis and then is really projected through the heart. Inhale through the nose. As you exhale, you're gonna round back like this. So think cat-cow in the pelvis, right? This is essentially very similar. And then exhale through the nose, project the heart to the back of the room. In, out, in, out. So I want you to keep on flowing through that. Keep your eyes closed. We're gonna be here for 3 minutes. All right, so just sink in and allow yourself to just follow the hypnotic cadence. I'll put on a song for you. Follow the beat.
Water is like you just wanna that reaches one deeper than that fool's gold? Water is that reaches one deeper than that fool's gold. Water is that reaches one deeper than that fool's gold.
Soul searching in the desert, looking for the true hope. Weighted down, walking, pocket full of fool's gold. Left foot, right foot, center line, that's twofold. Soundtracks when the tune slows, pacing made that move grow. Switching for permission, listen, can I break your paradox?
Beautiful. I want you to do 3 more full rounds. In, out, in, out, in, out. And then inhale, come back to a straight spine. Keep the hands where they are. Hold the breath. Stay here, relax your shoulders, sip in a little more, and hold the breath. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the navel. This is such an important part of the practice. Send that energy, siphon it up the spine. Gaze to the third eye space, stay. Open mouth, exhale without collapsing the body. Release the breath. Just notice. Let the shoulders melt down the back. Relax the jaw. So we're going to stay kneeling. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see what we're doing. Again, if kneeling becomes uncomfortable, just come to an easy seat, cross legs. Okay? So we're going to stay kneeling. Again, gentle engagement of the pelvic floor, especially for this next part of the Kriya. So your hands are going to come onto your shoulders like this. Thumbs are in the back, fingers are in the front. Notice my elbows are in line with my shoulders, right? So they're not down here and they're not up here. And I really want you to notice and hold the integrity of that throughout this next series. You're going to inhale through the nose, turn left. Exhale through the nose, turn right. In, out, in, out, in, out. So join me whenever you're ready. I want you to keep the eyes closed so that you don't get dizzy. Turn the gaze inwards. Inhale left, exhale right. Again, elbows are in line with the shoulders, holding the integrity of that. Again, you can weave the default mantra, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam, Sat Nam. Keep the pelvic floor engaged. Keep the knees really engaged, pressing towards each other, inner thighs. Press the tops of your feet onto the mat. Be connected to your lower body and your lower belly. Why? So that you can find freedom in the upper body, right? Find that foundation, that root, that grounding to find freedom in the upper body. Strong, strong, strong breath here. We've got another minute here. Continue. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maintain the upper body. Come back to a neutral spine. Take a deep breath in. You know what to do. Inhale, hold the breath. Hold the breath. Squeeze the pelvic floor, navel in. Squeeze the ribs. Squeeze the spine. Squeeze the teeth. Shift the gaze up. Third eye. Hold. Open mouth, exhale, release, find Gyan Mudra, palms face up on the knees, relax the body. Allow yourself to experience the experience. Okay, last seated pose here. So we're gonna do shoulder shrugs. You're gonna turn the palms down on the knees or on the thighs like this. Relax the shoulders. So we'll be shrugging the shoulders up and down. Why do we do this? We oftentimes have a lot of constriction in the cervical spine, in the neck. And what does this do? Well, we can cultivate this kundalini and this prana and this energy, and it can come up and up and up, and then it can get stuck here because of subluxations in the spine, constricted blood vessels and whatnot. And so this helps to open the bottleneck. This helps to allow the kundalini to rise and find the third eye space, and it helps prana to fall from the head into the heart. This is also a really great pose to do at your desk throughout your workday. Okay, so the palms are face down. You're gonna inhale through the nose, lift the left shoulder up like this. Exhale through the nose, right shoulder up. In, out, in, out, in, out. So it might take you a few rounds to feel coordinated and have it feel like not clunky. And that's okay. Close the eyes. Close the eyes. Again, engagement in the lower body, right? Gentle embrace of the pelvic floor. In, out, sat, now, sat, now. Inhale, both shoulders shrug up. Take a deep breath in through the nose, hold the breath. Squeeze. Without collapsing the chest, exhale, release the breath. And then we'll reverse. So we inhale right shoulder, exhale left. Continue, close the eyes. Sat, na, sat, na. Inhale, both shoulders up, hold the breath. Exhale, release. All right, both shoulders, in, out, in, out. Strong, really intentional breathing, my friends. Eyes closed. Tip of the tongue can find the roof of the mouth. Continue. Inhale through the nose, both shoulders shrug up, maintain tension now in the body. So I want you to clench the face, clench the butt, clench the fist, clench the toes, squeeze the jaw, hold everything tight and tense as if prana cannot, will not flow. Hold. And then through the mouth, let out an audible sigh, relax the body, palms face up on the knees, beyond mudra, just notice. Long, deep breaths in and out through the nose. Shoulders melt down the back. Jaw relaxed. Allow your eyes to open here and come out from seated or kneeling and open the legs into a wide V like I'm doing here. Feel free to come sideways on the mat if you prefer a little padding underneath the heels. And you're going to flex the feet. Draw the toes to the shins towards the face like this. Okay, we're flexing the feet. And then I like to just lift up the hips and then sit back down, maybe shimmy a little bit from side to side to just find my true center, not my default or patterned center. Okay, and then I'll show you what we're going to do and then we'll do it together. So the hands are going to interlace like this. At the thumbs, fingers are spread wide but not rigid. Arms overhead like this. So the arms are in line with my ears. They're not forward, right? If you have the mobility in your shoulders. This is your inhale position through the nose. As you exhale through the nose, you're going to turn to one side of the body and fold down just enough so that the spine does not curve. So we inhale center, exhale to the other side. In, out, in, out. So I want you to find that cadence. I want you to keep the feet flexed. So whenever you're feeling good, you can join me. And the most important thing here is not how deep you go into the forward fold. So continue. It's not how deep you go into the forward fold, right? This isn't like a vinyasa class. This is Kundalini. Kundalini is all about breath and repetition, finding that cadence, right? So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keeping the spine long, the chin away from the chest. Again, that may mean you just come down a few inches, and that's cool. That's all good. Keep the feet flexed. Close the eyes now. Keep the lower belly engaged. Pelvic floor engaged. Breathing strong. So what we're doing here when we come up and down into forward folds is we're creating a hydraulic effect in the lower spine. Your cerebral spinal fluid is made of water. In fact, it's made of the exact same constitution as the ocean. It's salt, it's saline, and it carries light if it's moving, right? So what we're doing here is we're allowing the cerebral spinal fluid to circulate through the body, removing any stuck, swampy, stagnant energy through which life force does not flow. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then inhale, come back to your center, take a deep breath in, keep the hands here. Hold the breath, sip in 3 more times. Hold, keep the feet flexed, pelvic floor engaged, shoulders relaxed, gaze up and in, squeeze everything. Exhale, slowly release the arms, sweeping the auric field with fresh prana. Land the hands in front of you like this. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. And then exhale, drop them down. Inhale, shrug. One more time. Beautiful. We're going to stay here in the wide V. Feet are still flexed, fingertips on the earth, tented fingertips. We inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out, in, out. So keep on flowing through that. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. So what we're not doing is this. We're not doing this, right? We're not curving the spine. It's like you have a metal rod in the spine, and the only thing it can do is forward fold straight. So that may mean, again, that maybe you fold down just a few inches, right? We're still creating that hydraulic effect. In, out, in, out. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, shift your gaze up to the third eye space in between the eyebrow. Tip of the tongue gently finds the roof of the mouth. Set, 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 Take a deep breath. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Sit tall, feet flexed, hold the breath. Sip in through the mouth 3 more times. Hold the breath. Hold the breath, nice long hold here. Send that Kundalini, light force, prana, radiance up the spine, through the crown of the head. Hold. Hold a moment longer. It's explore your edge, flirt with your edge here. Hold. And without collapsing the body, exhale, release the breath. Release any tension in the feet. Relax the shoulders. And just notice. You can relax the feet here. In fact, maybe even wiggle them like this. Maybe even take a little bend in the knees if the hamstrings are starting to speak to you. Give yourself a little tap here on the lower back, outer hips, inner thighs, kneecaps. Flush the body with some deep breaths into the nose, out through the mouth. Take a little seated twist. So inhale, extend the arms overhead. Flex your feet once again, and then exhale, twist over to the right. So your twist may look like this, right? Framing the hips, or it may look like this, going for a deeper twist. Peel open that right collarbone, chin away from chest. Look for the wall behind you. Keep the belly and the pelvis engaged. Relax the jaw. And even stretch your eyebrows and eyelids and eyeballs, meaning the eyes are closed, but you're looking, stretching the orbital muscles, reaching the gaze to the wall behind you. Take a deep breath in through the nose, hold the breath. And as you exhale through the mouth, twist more. Inhale through the nose, hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth, twist more. Last time. Inhale, come back to center, release. And then exhale, take it to the other side here. Your version of a twist. Chin away from chest, collarbones open wide. The chin is over your left shoulder, tip of the nose is over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill the belly, hold the breath. Exhale through the mouth, twist more. Inhale. Exhale, mouth twist. Last one. Beautiful. Inhale, come back to center. Reach the arms up high. And then exhale, cactus arms, lion's breath. Again. Beautiful. And then shake it all off like this. Woo, shake, shake, shake in front of you, out to the side, overhead. Make no sense. This is what our Kundalini practice is all about. It's nonsense making. Find your breath. Charging up the auric field around you. And then relax. Take your hands behind your thighs like I'm doing here. Start to bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground and just windshield wipe for the knees from side to side. So I'm feeling a deep stretch in the hamstrings and behind the knees. Looking over opposite shoulder. Find your breath. This might be a nice chance to circle out the jaw. Stick the tongue out of the mouth, wiggle the forehead. Oh, so nice. And then we're going to slide the legs around. We're going to come to tabletop just for a moment as we transition to downward facing dog. So take your time here. Maybe you take a few rounds of cat-cow. Your toes are going to be tucked under. And then as you're ready, you're going to shift up into your triangle pose, we call it, in Kundalini, also known as downward facing dog. And I want you to just pedal it out here quite deeply. Some deep, deep intentional bend in one knee, looking under opposite shoulder, armpit. Deep, deep bend in other knee, looking under opposite shoulder, armpit. Flow through that. And then come back to center here. Then you're just gonna do like I'm doing here and start hopping. Notice my feet are actually leaving the ground. Keep a slight tuck in the chin to the chest. Now that you're hopping, I want you to find your deep breathing in and out through the nose. 2 more breaths, keep on hopping. Maybe hop a little faster. And then find stillness in your down dog. Inhale, walk your hands to the back of the mat, meeting at your feet. Take a slight bend in the knees, grab opposite elbows, hang. Regather. Slight bend in the knees, maybe even wobble the hips like I'm doing here, shaking off stagnant energy in the sacrum, in the low back. And then find stillness, bring the fingertips to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Rise up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, come back to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up high, palms touch, deep breath. Exhale, heart center. Last one. So we're going to do what's called aura painting in our Kundalini practice. We call it aura painting. This is something I do every single morning to dust off my energy fields, right? After being crumpled up in a ball all night, shallow breathing, thoughts coming in, woo, that sort of stagnant energy when I wake up. So I do this for 2 minutes every morning. Again, it's called aura painting. The feet are hip width apart. So you're gonna inhale through the nose, sweep the arms up high, palms open, and then exhale through the nose, drop down, sweep the arms back. Inhale, exhale. So join me now. Sometimes I like to exhale out of the mouth, maybe even sound ha, ha, ha. So keep on flowing through this one. You might be in the privacy of your own home, which means go for it, right? Make that sound. Ha, stick out the tongue. Ha. I encourage my students in class to do this, to express, to get used to hearing their voice and the imprint that it has on the room, right? So stay with this aura painting a few more minutes here, and then we come back down onto the ground. As you inhale, you're gonna really spread those palms wide and fill. And then as you exhale, you're really gonna empty. Right? Really fold forcefully. Eyes are closed. Continue. Really find your feet planted into the earth, giving you stability to flow through this movement. Do a few more, dial up the heat, the grit, the intention, the prana. On your next inhale, come up to standing, reach the arms, open the palms, look up, fill up. Hold the breath, sip in 3 more times. Hold, squeeze everything, squeeze and hold and send that light up and out, radiance. Exhale, release the arms, find your mountain pose, relax, find stillness here. Allow yourself to experience the experience. We're just gonna bounce like this, okay? So the soles of your feet do not leave the ground. You are plugged in. This is an Osho movement, Osho dynamic meditation here. You're gonna breathe in through the nose. You're gonna breathe out through the mouth and let the movement of the body move the breath. Inhale. The shoulders are moving, the wrists are moving, everything is fluid, dusting off the joints. Do a few more rounds. One more breath. And then find stillness. The energy body around you may still be moving. Find stillness. Long, deep breath in and out through the nose. Okay, my friends, we're gonna come down back onto the mat and we're gonna come down onto our backs. So Kundalini, unlike Vinyasa, doesn't usually have like an off ramp to the practice. We usually come right down. This is good. This is a really beautiful practice of moving from intensity to relaxation, and how flexible am I in that process, right? So you're gonna come down onto your backs and take a moment to stretch the arms overhead. Roll out the ankles, roll out the wrists, move the head from side to side. And we've got one more little pose that we're gonna do with breath of fire to just really mobilize that last little bit of stagnant energy. So the arms are overhead, you're gonna inhale. And then you're gonna exhale, pull the knees into the chest like I'm doing here. You're gonna lift the upper body up and go for opposite wrists, or if you're able to, opposite elbows. Okay, flex your feet. The third eye space is aiming for in between the knees. You're gonna close the eyes here. Engagement of the pelvic floor. And we're going to do a slow breath of fire. So exhale all of that breath out of the body. Close down in the mouth, sip in a little bit through the nose, and slow breath of fire here. So you keep on flowing. Now, if you're watching the replay or here live and you are on your moon or pregnant, keep doing this, but withhold the breath of fire and just do long deep breathing, right? If you're doing breath of fire, you should be feeling your belly move and bounce against the body, dialing up the pranic reserve. Keep on going. We're going to be here for 1 more minute. So recommit, stay with it. If you came out, get back in. Last little push here. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep the pose. Inhale through the nose, hold the breath. And squeeze into a smaller ball. Squeeze the pelvic floor, pull the navel in, relax the shoulders. Gaze up and in, hold and squeeze, and hold and squeeze. Exhale, release. Bring the soles of the feet to the ground. Open the arms wide. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, just let those knees drop over to the right for just a gentle twist. You can anchor them down with the right hand. Look over to the left. Relax the body. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale the neck center, knees center, and exhale, take it to the left. Gaze to the right, maybe anchor down with the left hand. Close the eyes. Soften the belly. Release the grip in the thighs. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Come back to center. Hug the knees into the chest, one hand on top of each knee. Roll the knees out like I'm doing here in opposite directions. Maybe roll out the ankles, relax the shoulders. Flush the body with deep breaths. Then you're gonna extend the legs up, arms up like I'm doing here, and just shake it all off. Shake, 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 shake. Maybe even kick the bum, shake the wrists. Another breath. And then you're gonna find your final resting pose, Shavasana. So, so, so important in this practice, right? So start with the soles of the feet on the ground, and one leg at a time, extend the legs out. Maybe the legs drift off your yoga mat, and then walk the shoulders down away from the ears. Extend the arms out, palms face up. Close down in the eyes, and then gently rock the neck from side to side. Roll out the ankles, flick the wrists, wiggle the forehead. Roll out the tongue in the mouth, roll out the jaw. Maybe cover the eyes if you have access to a scarf nearby. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose, holding that breath at the top. I want you to hold the breath and press the back of your head into the mat. Hold the breath, press the back of the head into the mat, and then exhale, release the breath. Find stillness now in the mind. Let the practice drift away. Let the intentional breathing drift away. I'm going to play a mantra for Shavasana. Hold the energy of Shavasana. Let everything integrate and reintegrate and sink in until you hear my voice.
Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ekungar, Ekungar, Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ekungar, Ekungar, Satguru Prasad, Satguru Prasad, Ekungar, Ekungar, Satguru Prasad Satguru Prasad Ekungar Ekungar 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 Satguru
Keep your body still. Notice how you feel in this moment. Perhaps you feel gravity. Perhaps you feel levity. Receive a deep breath. Keep the eyes closed. Gently move the neck from side to side. Find stillness in the head, wiggle the eyebrows, puff out the cheeks. Maybe stick the tongue out of the mouth now. Wiggle the toes, wiggle the fingers, wiggle the kneecaps. Inhale through the nose, stretch the arms all the way overhead, maybe arch the low back off the earth, hold the breath. And then exhale, let it go. You're gonna bring the knees in, you're gonna bring the hands into prayer, and then you're gonna rub the soles of the feet together like I'm doing, and the palms together. Close down in the eyes. Continue to rub the soles and the palms and breathe. What we're doing here is integrating the subtleties, the energy body, all the meridians. Breathe. And then go ahead and hug the right knee into the chest. Extend the left leg out, taking cat stretch. Inhale. And then take your twist over to the left. Extend the right arm out, just squeezing out that last little bit from the lower back. Inhale, the knee comes back to center. Extend that leg, pull the other knee in, and then exhale, take your twist. Look over to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees into the chest now. Grab behind the thighs. The eyes are still closed. You're still maintaining the meditative aspect energy of Shavasana. All you're going to do is start to roll back and forward. Shoulders to hips slowly, mindfully. Keep the experience inside the body. And then keeping your eyes closed, you're going to meet me seated just the way we started. Eyes closed, experience in, palms face down on the thighs, maybe rub the thighs. Maybe take a few shoulder shrugs, a few neck rolls, just coming back to your animal body. Find stillness now. I'll offer you a reading before we seal our practice. Love is in the being. The center I once glimpsed is all around me, a landscape I now live in, and I will not pretend anymore. If those I love cannot recognize me with my soul out in the open, I will no longer retreat and show what is familiar. You do not have to do anything to be loved. You do not have to perform or achieve or earn a merit badge or be witnessed doing good. And it has taken me almost half a century to learn this and to believe it fully. It is my work to this day, for our messages to the contrary are so deep. Growing up, I heard my father say 8,000 times, "Don't tell me how hard you try, just show me what you accomplish." But my life has shown me that the opposite is true. In my heart, where the spirit of the world really comes alive, it does not matter what I accomplish. The only thing that matters is how deeply I try. For out of this trying comes sincerity. And out of this trying comes love, deep love, true love. This has led me to another realization of heart, and it is being who we are does not let others down. For so much of my adult life, I heard the message, you must consider others, offered as a caution against following your heart because it might upset somebody out there. And certainly, True compassion begins with the consideration of others, but the displeasure of others is no reason ever to muffle your being, to muffle your love. You do not have to do anything to be loved. And being who you are does not, will not let others down. And this knowing needs to be repeated often. Simply be who you are. Find your center and love what is before you. Let's bring our palms to touch in front of the heart. Rub the palms together. Take a deep breath in through the nose, audible. Sigh out the mouth. Finding stillness in the hands, keep them together, elbows lift. We seal every Kundalini practice with a tune out chant, and that chant is Sat Nam. Sat Nam means truth is my identity. Truth, 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 truth. We'll repeat it one time. Exhale all the breath out of the body. Inhale through the nose to close. Sat Nam. Take a deep breath in, hold the chant, hold the breath. Squeeze everything in for just a moment longer. Hold the practice, hold the intention of the practice. And just like that, let it go. My friends, the truth in me honors the truth in you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for practicing. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Thanks for joining. Hey, Michael. Great to see you on here. Yeah, you're so welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Ciao.